first slammer is actually Leonardo Almeida. He is from Brazil, and his research is a mystery to all of us. Actually, no one knows what he works. We do know one thing, and there's only one thing that is important for all of you, and is that research can be quite demanding. And Leonardo is dealing with that by building furniture in his free time. That's how he keeps himself safe. Now, maybe we should let Leonardo come up and show us what this mystery research is about. Woo!
Give me my remote. It's mine. So, good evening, Helsinki. I would like to invite you today to join me on a thought experiment to the beautiful city of Parang. And here it's a medieval fantasy-like city. And I would like to see if in the audience we have someone who would like to be a volunteer who is a science fiction or RPG and D&D fan. One person, I just lost one person. I see someone there. What's your name? What's your name?
Magda.
Magda?
Yes.
Magda. Okay, so Magda, you're going to be the star of the show today, Magda. So, Magda is not only the star of the show, but Magda is the ruler of our city of Parang. The city of Parang is a beautiful place in a giant kingdom. And Magda is a smart person, and she wants the best for her people. And to be able to make the city work for their citizens and everyone to be happy, she knows that the city walls is where things happen. It's like the bar here. It's where things happen. The city walls is what defines the success of a city. If you have your city walls working well, your city will work well, your people will be happy, and so on and so forth. So, then Magda decided, okay, I need to organize my city wall to be the best city wall of the kingdom. And Magda, you have to take a few decisions here. You have to think about them, you don't have to say, but I want you to think with me. So the city wall can have multiple types of personnel on the city wall, right? You can have soldiers that will defend your city. If things go bad, you want the soldiers to be there. You can have scouts on your wall, and those scouts will be running through the walls, going a bit inside the city, going to the next city, going around in the forest, and bringing information to Magda, so Magda can know what's going on around. And you can have merchants, that's obvious here. They bring food, they make the good, they ensure that the people who enter the city to sell stuff are selling good stuff at a good price, and so on and so forth. But there's not an infinite number of people that you can employ, Magda. The city it's a nice city, but you do not have infinite money, right? So you have to very carefully design a city wall that will ensure that your soldiers are always rested and their weapons are sharp. So they have to have some fun, they have to sleep, they have to be sharp. That your merchants bringing the right type of stuff to the city. And the scouts, they have to go just as far as it's possible. You cannot expect a scout to go for a 3-month scouting trip and come back and the city is gone. So there's an essential management of time and resources to ensure that the city works. And Magda, you can choose between, for example, 3 types of city wall arrangements. You can have a city which is extremely well defended, full of soldiers, all types of soldiers. Or you can have a city which is a trading hub. So you want people to get the best products, the things that they really enjoy. Or you can want all the information in the world, because after all, information is money. You probably made your choice. Which one do you want for your city?
I would like information.
Information, of course. Science people are always the same. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I was not surprised at all with that. So, okay. So you chose your information hub city, and you're a smart person and you're a kind person, and your city became the best city in the whole kingdom. Everyone is happy. Everyone is wealthy. And word spread through the whole kingdom. You're called to talk to the big queen. And she said, Magda, you are my official city wall organizer. And you said, oh, I'm not going to say the word here, right? And the reason of that is because the kingdom is gigantic, and you have different types of cities. The weather changes in the north, it's like Finland. And you have places at east which there are wars going on. And you will have places which are very isolated. So the question is, are you going to use our information hub system for all the cities in the kingdom? Magda, are you going to do it, or are you going to change it depending on the place?
I am going to change it depending on what the place needs.
I chose the right person. See?
Sounds scientific.
That's scientific. She's kind. Okay, so, and that's indeed true. So you might be wondering, what the hell does this guy on top of the stage study? I'm not an architect, for sure not. I'm terrible with numbers, I'm not an engineer. So I work with the best city in the planet. I work with the best cities in the planet, the most exciting one of them, which are cells. And the city walls I care about, that we work in my department, are the plasma membrane. So the plasma membrane is the wall of a cell, is the surface of the cell. And the problems cells face are not much different than the problems that Magda faces. You know, the plasma membrane, you will have guards that will protect the cell against invaders. For example, immune receptors. You'll have scouts that are the receptors that will be sensing hormones, every single hormone when cells talk to each other. This is sensed by one type of surface protein or surface personnel called scouts, that I call receptors. And you're going to have also things on the membrane that will gather nutrients. So, and what we do in my group is that we try to understand how cells do the work of Magda. How cells get all those things on their surface and bring them back in at the right time, at the right amount, keep them in for the right amount of time, and put them back up. And that process is called the process of endocytosis, which comes from the Greek of process within cell. And we do not work, so, and as you know, you can imagine that the cities that we deal with, there are all the different cities in our own bodies, which can be as different cells, but also different cells of different organisms in the tree life. And every single one of those decisions that Magda had, they change during you're growing, when you get sick, when you change countries, when you change your diet. And that's the type of thing that we're interested in, to try to understand how our bodies manage our city walls. And you might be asking, Leo, how important is that? How much does that matter? Is that like a minor thing in biology? And I leave you with one small fact. On average, every cell of your body, every one of the 5 trillion cells of your body, exchange every single thing on their surface every hour. Therefore, by the end of the slam, each one of you will have exchanged the equivalent of a football field of membranes. So every time you're at home, feeling sorry for yourself, sitting in the sofa and thinking, I'm doing nothing, you can embrace yourself on the fact, no, I am giving my body time to recycle membranes. Thank you. And
Wow, fantastic. I just want